feel helpless. Like I couldn't protect her.
And off the top here at 6, chilling cell phone video showing what one family says is their daughter being kidnapped.
17-year-old Brianna Nicole Fluitt died of a gunshot wound here in East Cleveland, surrounded by abandoned buildings. Brianna's family is one of at least 6 in Cleveland and East Cleveland who are still hoping for closure. Most recently, the bodies of Natalie Perez and Jessica Coleman were found on the east side of Cleveland this spring.
On Tuesday, East Cleveland police found the body of a woman believed to be 22-year-old Alicia Pointer.
Her family and twin sister spoke.
I'm so angry that this happened to an innocent person. And they just sought to leave my best friend away from me.
The 22-year-old went missing on November 4th and was discovered in the basement of this abandoned, burned-out home on Savannah Avenue 5 days later.
Paul Bradley and Paris Bradley were both found dead in a burning car in an abandoned East Cleveland parking lot.
They believe Paris was tortured and eventually shot 3 times in the head in front of her father.
East Cleveland Dispatch, how can I help you?
Yes, it's somebody driving around shooting at random cars.
Police say inside the car, a father, a mother, and their 4-year-old son. All 3 taken to the hospital.
Video posted online appears to show 2 people pointing guns at a Cleveland officer who was sitting in his cruiser.
48 hours after an East Cleveland mother was killed in a drive-by shooting, police have 2 suspects in custody.
A 13-year-old girl is dead, hit by a driver trying to get away from police as she walked home from school.
What happened is the talk of East Cleveland tonight. The school district identified the girl as 6th grader Tamia Chapman. This was the last day of school before break.
2 teenagers are dead after a shooting in Cleveland Saturday night. And we've learned one of them is the older sister of Tamia Chapman.
News Channel 5 is investigating the sordid background of a teenager accused of murdering a 17-year-old girl over the weekend.
It has been a violent 24 hours in Cleveland. Early Monday morning, a 14-year-old girl was shot and killed while lying on her bed. Then late Monday afternoon, several people were shot just 3 miles away in broad daylight near a Family Dollar store in Cullenwood.
Breaking news, a nearly 14-hour standoff at an East Cleveland motel is finally over. East Cleveland police were called to the motel on Euclid Avenue around 1:30 yesterday after a man with a stolen rifle motel keys barricaded himself inside one of the rooms.
Through May 29th, homicides in Cleveland up 29% over the same period a year ago. Felonious assaults with guns up 56%.
Residents at tonight's East Cleveland City Council meeting asking questions about the death of 22-year-old Christopher LaShawn Kimball Jr. Hit by an East Cleveland cruiser here on Superior Avenue on Saturday. Police say the officer was heading to an emergency with his overhead lights on. But community activist Gerald Struthers says otherwise.
Yes, I was listening to on the scanner.
Was he heading to an emergency?
I didn't hear anything that said that he was headed toward an emergency.
And police say Kimball wasn't using the crosswalk here on Superior Avenue when he was hit. One potential reason why, as you can see here, all the crosswalk lines are simply worn out. The lights are consistently flashing here. All the crosswalk indicators on all 4 corners of the intersection are dark, and even the crosswalk button is non-existent. All the electronics have been taken out of the utility pole.
Being pursued by East Cleveland police. Our overnight news tracker says the chase lasted about 25 minutes.
51 police chases in 54 days here. East Cleveland police say it's happened 138 times so far this year.
Body camera video gives a glimpse at what some say is a history of corruption in East Cleveland. The video shows Officer Nicholas Fonte stomping Redrick Ward after a police chase.
3 East Cleveland police officers indicted today on charges including stealing thousands in cash from suspected drug dealers.
East Cleveland Police Chief Michael Cardilli reacting to the news that 3 of his officers, roughly 10% of his full-time force, were indicted on charges of lying to get search warrants to suspected drug dealers and then stealing their cash, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars.
East Cleveland police officers Deneen Dixon and Gerald Spencer could face criminal charges, including kidnapping, felony assault, and police brutality, and the arrest of Jesse Nickerson. Officers took him to Forest Hills Park instead of the police station, beat him, and threw him down a hill, then took him to the police department.
Excessive force. The officer responded to a call last night at Best Steak and Hero on Euclid Avenue.
An investigation into officers Warner Sims and Cole began Friday. when a man came into the department to complain that he was stopped and searched by the two. That man said he had cash on him to pay for a loved one's funeral, and when he was let go, he said $5,000 were gone.
East Cleveland community leaders are demanding a full investigation tonight. They want to know how nearly $18,000 were robbed from an East Cleveland court clerk. That case is still unsolved, and now that clerk is charged in federal court for allegedly making false statements to police about what happened the day of the robbery. East Cleveland city leaders claim there are plenty of unanswered questions about the demolition of this home owned by East Cleveland Mayor Brandon King.
The city record show was obtained by Mayor King in 2017 for just $1,000 from the city land bank, could have been saved and should have been better maintained by the mayor. Councilwoman Stevenson wants to know if Mayor King paid for the demolition or were city tax dollars used to take it down.
Mayor Brandon King cursing out a former council president after a very heated city council meeting.
You saw it. Yes, then sign on to the police report. Bitch, shut the up and get out of here.
I've actually never heard a mayor use those type of words towards a resident.
We don't want East Cleveland to be the same anymore. It's time for a change.
Do better. Do better. They have to do better. They have to step up and fight for the community. Because if we don't, it's going to continue and continue and continue.
All of this violence and corruption in this city is sad, but it wasn't always like this. So before I continue, I need to explain a few things. This city is very historic. The majority of the homes and structures in East Cleveland were built between the 1910s and 20s. In 1920, the population was over 27,000. The city and the people that lived here financially thrived over the next 40 years. But the people that lived in the urban Cleveland areas at this time weren't so fortunate. In 1950, East Cleveland's population peaked at 40,147, despite the 5% decline in the population of the surrounding city. Around 1965, East Cleveland experienced a major population shift as the majority of the white upper and middle class citizens moved to the new real estate being developed in the modernized suburbs of Cleveland. In turn, this made property value in East Cleveland significantly drop, thus making it possible for lower income citizens to move to East Cleveland. In the 1960s, the majority of blacks had low-income households due to the racial inequalities of the Jim Crow era. Around this time, many of the blacks were beaten and brutalized for protesting unequal civil rights, which plagued America. That's what made it difficult, almost impossible to have a high-income job if you were black in the 1960s. So with a mixture of aging homes and structures in East Cleveland, and the citizens not making enough money for proper repairs of their beloved homes, East Cleveland started its downhill spiral. Now, the year is 2022, and East Cleveland is 89.5% black, and has a population of 12,982. East Cleveland has 5,380 properties, and 1,380 of them are abandoned. That leaves 26% of the structures in East Cleveland vacant, with most of them being completely uninhabitable. Here are some statistics. Cleveland is currently ranked 6th most dangerous city in America, with the violent crime in this city being well above the national median. You have a 1 in 59 chance of becoming a victim of a violent crime if you live in this city. Being plagued with poverty and corruption for such a long time, Cleveland, Ohio currently sits as 2nd poorest city in America. Many of East Cleveland's residents still take pride in their homes and their community, so hopefully change is soon to come.
East Cleveland's abandoned Huron Place apartments, a vacant hazard for nearly 3 years, plagued by illegal dumping. The entire 250-unit high-rise wide open. East Cleveland repeatedly failing to keep it boarded up and secure. Residents say the underground parking garage is a potential haven for crime and abductions, filled with debris and burned-out abandoned vehicles.
We've got to stop this kind of stuff.
East Cleveland Councilman Nathaniel Martin says the city is looking for solutions, but no updates from Mayor Brandon King.
We've had a developer come before us twice in the last 6 months saying he wants to develop this for condos. I don't know what's going on with it.
They need to hire get some better help.
And the city has been promising and promising and promising. Almost 2 years ago, they said that they finally got permission to tear it down, but here it still sits.
Police chasing somebody. This place is huge. It's probably gonna take me forever to explore this. They lit this car on fire. Damn. This place is wide open. Anybody could be in here. It's a dead end. What if there was a person locked in one of these cages? That would be nasty and creepy. Or scary, whatever. Somebody left all their clothes. fuck? Are you serious? There's no way this is real. Oh. Oh, it's fake. People play too damn much. Ah, man, just imagine. I wish I would get lucky like that again. Next time I won't post it on YouTube if I do find that type of money. Oh shit. Oh god damn. That was a fucking dog. That scared the fuck out of me. Shit. That could have went bad. That could have went real bad. All I heard was a growl. This place is trashed. That must have been the kitchen. Burnt out room. He looks friendly. I mean, I'm still not gonna try nothing, but still. That's definitely somebody's pet. It's an abandoned dog. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave him alone. Alright, y'all. I ain't finna explore every single floor. So, I'm gonna just make my way to the top and see what's up there. Do you hear that? It's like a door slammed. It's just the wind. That's creepy though. I just hope it's like that. See? Yeah, it's the wind though. You can kind of see it. That's downtown Cleveland. And all that blue stuff you see on the horizon is Lake Erie. I wish I had a zoom lens. I can zoom in more to show you guys. This view is pretty though. So pretty up here. That scared the hell out of me. I thought that was a person in the bag. Fuck. The dog is literally coming my way. Damn it. I really hope he's nice. Shit. Yeah, he looks friendly. He ain't gonna do nothing to nobody. It's like there's not even a fucking step. It's a wig. Look how fresh this bed looks. It's kind of strange. There's so much shit on this floor. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh, it fucking reeks. Ugh. Oh my God. That scared the out of me. Holy shit. It's a dog. That is unbelievable. That's why it smells so bad. Wow. That's sad. Alright, I'm out of here, y'all. Oh my God. Bones everywhere, too. I bet those are dog bones. There's a whole nother floor. I'll make it quick. Reluctantly exploring this place. Because this shit is nasty. I don't trust this floor. That's it, I guess. It's a cell phone. Alright, I'm out of here. I would explore the basement, but it's a big ass spider right there. And oh shit, something's down there. Probably a dog. I'll get the fuck out. Fuck that. this is elderwood. I've been in most of these before. Oh shit. Damn. Oh shit. That's crazy looking. Bro, that is crazy. What the fuck? I'm gonna make it quick. They're knocked out. It's a flat screen TV. What the hell? Damn, it's like they just left immediately and left everything behind. These look like parts of generators, I think. This is really weird. This is crazy. What is it? The floor looks like it bends right there. This is disgusting. There's flies everywhere. Is that blood? I don't trust walking on this dip. I don't think it's blood though. Probably not. Alright, I'm getting the fuck out of here. This place is nasty. Even more blood stains on the floor. That's crazy. Shit. That is sad as fuck. That's crazy. That's crazy as fuck. It's really sad. That's really sad. But there's a lot of that going on in East Cleveland. Do not enter. I went down the street like about 1 year ago. Still looks the same. Well, I mean, not like it's gonna look any different, but it's just still crazy to see a whole block just completely abandoned. These burnt out beds. I'm not gonna go back in any of these. I mean, it would be pointless. I already have it documented. It's just still crazy to see this. Wow.
Right here, easy place for addicts to come here and get high, murder.
An entire block of deserted homes, doors and windows wide open, junk scattered all around.
Look at this. This is crazy. This is crazy. Who want to keep waking up to this and coming outside their door, even on a beautiful day?
It's a view that Chanel Kirkland Whitaker cannot bear to look at anymore, a situation that perpetuates the dark side of life.
That's nasty. Okay, somebody was just in here. I could tell. There's piss on the floor right there. And there's shit, fresh shit on the floor right there. That's nasty. Now that's weird. This one has a brand new door with a padlock on it. Make sure the floor is safe. This is crazy. Whoa. Shit, these stairs are broken. That door is stuck. exit. Do not enter. Oh, this floor. All that trash. All those cans. It's crazy. It's empty. All by my damn self doing this. Shit is crazy, y'all. Wow. Everything left behind. This place is destroyed. This is crazy, man. So many abandoned places. And that floor is completely caving in, so I can't even walk over there. I know you guys can't tell, but Just look at the ceiling. Fuck, look at that. It's completely gone. Wow. It's really sad when you see kids' toys. It's like you just know kids used to live here. And now, look at this place. And I bet it hasn't even been abandoned that long. Probably just a couple years. That's the sad part about this. Yeah, ain't no way I can explore this. It's full of trash. What does that say? I will see you soon, miss you much. God, get your life right. You don't die in these trenches. 8/11/21. I would get closer, but I don't trust these stairs. Fuck it, I'll get closer. We'll see you soon. I guess somebody died. Yeah, I ain't going up there. Misty. I guess somebody named Misty wrote that. This place is done. That's interesting. I don't know who this guy is. That's weird. Do you own these or something? You're about to demolish this? When? Do you know when?
Maybe 2 weeks. I don't know.
What do you guys plan on doing with this?
I don't know. This is not our property. We're doing this for land bank.
Oh, okay.
This is land bank property, so
right.
Just it's gonna be a field of grass. That's it.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
You know, are they planning to demolish this too, or you don't know?
I don't know. So you guys are just worried about this side, huh?
Yeah, only this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't.
I hope they demolish.
All of it.
All of them, yeah. Because they've been like ruined for too long.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I guess they're about to demolish these.
Unfortunately, this abandoned apartment is right next door to a daycare center. I've never heard of that movie. It's weird that this poster's still sitting here. They must have been doing construction in here and stopped. Drill left behind. I'm surprised that's still here. They steal everything out of these buildings. Go upstairs. That's nasty. Oh, this poop. Oh, they nailed it shut. Look at this wallpaper. That's weird. Look at that. That's different. I really do not trust these floors. There's not much left behind, so there's not a real reason for me to explore all of this stuff, to be honest. I don't trust this floor. Look at the holes all in the floor. Yeah, I'm turning it around. Fuck that. Yeah, that's disgusting. Alright, let me get out of here. Oh, you know what? Before I leave, I did want to explore down here. It smells like smoke, like a cigarette. I don't know if that's outside
or down here. Because it is drafty. I don't know. Boot. That's weird. Yeah, that's definitely down here. What is that? Damn, I can't tell. It kind of smells like it's down here. But it could just be somebody outside smoking. Oh shit, somebody's definitely down here. It's a bottle of alcohol in a bag. Oh shit. Dude. Kidding me? This is crack. I don't even want to touch this stuff. And a gun. That's crazy.
Hello? Yo. Alright, for sure.
Yo, I gotta get out of here. I don't hear him. I'm gonna try to get out. Oh shit, dude. Oh my god. Alright, this is some real bullshit. I don't see nobody. Alright, I'm out.
It was a call to police from a cable company worker in this building that eventually led to the arrest of Michael Madison on murder charges. He lived there in an apartment, and one employee saw flies swarming in a nearby garage.
So I went in there, and when I smelled the smell, I was like, oh my God, we need to call the police.
Suspect in custody right now in connection with the deaths of Sherelle Terry, Shatisha Sheely, and Angela Deskins. Their bodies were found in and near a vacant home at East 139th and Shaw.
In the town of East Cleveland, Ohio, police charged a registered sex offender with murder after the bodies of 3 women were discovered. Michelle Miller is there.
It was a call about a bad smell that led police to this abandoned home and garage. 2 of the bodies were found here. The 3rd victim was found in an overgrown field about 100 yards away. All were wrapped in plastic bags and killed within the past 2 weeks.
Angela Deskins' body was found in this garage. Another one was found right here in this field.
How you doing, Ron? My name is Barry Terry. Wow, that's Sherelle Terry. Right now, I guess we're supposed to, in our hearts, forgive this clown who's touched our families, taken my child,